on the range to the 8th.
Yes.
Home on the range. Two FTBs. Three airs under the T, near the back of the book. Three airs from Gloucester.
And then one doozy in B flat. G and B flat.
You too. Alberta, on the left side of the folder, Alberta, Fanfare and Processional of Canada. down. No upbeat. Fanfare and procession.
native land. True patriot love in all of us command. Quand ton bras se porte l'épée, il se porte la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Whatsoever things are true. A promise made here at the University of Alberta over 100 years ago. Today we are gathered to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to our community. We celebrate with all those who leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to seek truth. May you continue to serve in our global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. And may you continue to uphold the university's values of integrity, freedom, and the equality and dignity of all persons, to create a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of Alberta. My name is Doug Stollery, and I have the privilege of serving as Chancellor of the University and conferring all of your degrees today. The University of Alberta acknowledges that we are located on Treaty 6 territory and respects the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community. On behalf of the entire university community, I am delighted to welcome you to this convocation. Graduates, we are very pleased that so many of your friends and family members could join us to celebrate your degrees. As you participate in today's ceremony, you are walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. Individuals move from apprentice to master to teacher, assuming increasing responsibilities for learning and leadership in society. The many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today reflect centuries of university tradition. As Chancellor, I wear our University of Alberta colors of green and gold. The different colors of your own faculty hoods signify to everyone here and to our society the degree that you have earned. Your caps or Oxford-style mortarboards may be considered a symbol of the scholar's independence and freedom. Today, we are all here to celebrate your freedom and to recognize your new leadership roles in our community. We will hear from the chair of our Board of Governors and our university president. We will also hear from Mr. Jeremy Spurgeon, who has accepted our invitation to receive an honorary doctorate of letters, our university's highest honor. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements or remarkable service to our society. Following the presentation of the honorary degree, we will begin with the recognition of your degrees. One of our deans will present you on behalf of the faculties, and our president will guide you through your pledge to pursue the encouragement of learning and the public good. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees and to confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with being a university graduate. Then it will be your turn up here with us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called. And for everyone here, that will be the most important part of our ceremony. Your degree will be conferred as I congratulate you, and we meet each other on stage. So a word of advice, since the degree is conferred, when you greet the Chancellor, remember to stop and greet the Chancellor. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. Joining the celebration at the center of the stage with me today is our President, Dr. David Turpin, and the Chair of our Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Fair. I'd like to recognize Elder Betty Latendre, who is here today to extend a special recognition to Indigenous members of our learning community. Distinguished guests on the convocation stage also include a number of community leaders and members of our academy. I'm very pleased that deans and professors from our faculties of Graduate Studies and Research, Law, Arts, Extension, Education, and Native Studies are here to congratulate each graduate as you cross the stage. We're all here to welcome you to our University of Alberta alumni family. I hope you enjoy the day. I'd like to start by inviting greetings from the Chair of our University Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Fair.
Thank you, eminent Chancellor, Mr. Douglas Stollery, President Dr. David Turpin, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends. I'm pleased to be here today on behalf of the Board of Governors to bring the board's greetings and congratulations. Today is a day of celebration when the entire university community, along with your families and friends, gathers to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2018. You have achieved a level of excellence that will be forever recognized in your university degree, a University of Alberta degree. Over the years, thousands like you in the class of 2018 have left the university to take their place in our ever-changing world, Edmonton, Alberta, and beyond. Along with the university's academic and administrative community, the Board of Governors is committed to excellence in the teaching and research that has supported you and the many who will follow in your footsteps. Collectively and cooperatively, you will be the generation that moves us forward in the arts, in the economy, in knowledge and discovery, and in pursuit of the public good. Your degree is not only a sign of your achievement at the University of Alberta, but it is also a fulfillment of the trust and promise of your family and friends that you are the kind of citizen who shares your knowledge, understanding, and thoughtfulness, an individual with skills that are the foundations of a civil society, competent, giving, ethical, and engaged in the challenges and opportunities of today and tomorrow. Congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Be proud. Savor your success. Enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future.
It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. David Turpin, the President of the University of Alberta, to address convocation.
Eminent Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the Academy, staff, family, friends, and you, our graduates. It is a privilege and an honor for me, in fact for all of us at the University of Alberta, to have played a role in enabling your growth and development over the past several years. All of us are proud to see the culmination of your hard work. Convocation is the University of Alberta's most important ceremony because we prize nothing more highly than you, our graduates. The conferral of degrees represents the fulfillment of the university's mission. What you have achieved today matters, not just to you, not just to this university, but to the wider community of which you are a part. When all of us here today look at you, whether from up on the stage or up in that balcony, we see a group of people who are about to set out on something new. We see society on the verge of change. We see such enormous potential. I know that many of you may be feeling considerable anxiety about the future, and I can understand why. Your generation is being called on to take action on major issues that at times can seem insurmountable to any one individual. Climate change, geopolitical conflict, chronic economic inequities, social disconnection, food insecurity, and more. Will you be up to the challenge? You are also likely asking yourself, will I find a job that matters to me and leads to my independence? Will there be a role for me that also makes me happy? Will I have the opportunity to make meaningful contributions to my community? These are serious and significant questions. But I want to assure you that you are ready and prepared to deal with them head on. Will you find professional success? Well, according to the 2018 QS International Rankings of Employability, University of Alberta graduates have the highest employment rate in Canada and one of the best in the world. University graduates earn more than people with other post-secondary credentials and earn about 50% more than those with high school diplomas. Will you make meaningful contributions to society? Well, statistics show that having university education correlates with a high level of civic engagement. You are more likely to be active volunteers and members of community groups and organizations, more likely to actively engage in public discourse, and you are more likely to vote. So on both the personal and the collective level, your education matters. But it's more than that. Knowledge and education matter on a much larger scale as well. Steven Pinker, in his latest book, reminds us that the quality of life around the world has vastly improved over the past 2 centuries, along with a rise in education. 200 years ago, 17% of the world's population received a basic education. Today, it's 82%. In the same time span, people living in poverty, the number of people living in poverty has fallen from about 85% to now around 10%. Global life expectancy was about 30 years. Now it is about 70. Although many still suffer in civil wars, the number of people killed in armed conflict has dropped from 300 deaths per 100,000 100 years ago to less than 1 today. I raise these points not to suggest that we can relax or that our work is done. We know there are major issues to be solved. I raise them to remind you that education and increasing knowledge can serve to improve lives and build stronger, more prosperous communities. So when I say that I see potential, when I look out into this auditorium, that's what I mean. I see the power and possibility within you to continue to make this world a better place. All matter contains potential. A rock resting at the top of a hill has potential energy which is equal to the energy that it took to get it up the hill. Knock that rock off a cliff and put it in motion, and its potential energy is released into action. Over the last several years, if we have done our job well, we have been helping you up that hill. We've been helping you add to your knowledge, gain new skills, and increase your intellectual storehouse. But you're not a rock, passively waiting to be pushed. You've actively participated. You've debated ideas, pushed boundaries. At times, you've even pulled us along. And now, you're at the precipice of a major change in your own lives and in the history of society. The potential within you is now spring-loaded, about to be released into action. The question is, where will that potential take you? Where will it take all of us? Perhaps you will unleash it into public service, as have University of Alberta alumni, such as former Prime Minister Joe Clark and Premier Peter Lougheed, or today's Mayor Don Iveson and Premier Rachel Notley. Or perhaps your potential will find its expression in art, as it has for Billy Ray Belcourt, who this past spring became the youngest ever winner of the Griffin Prize, Canada's most prestigious award for poetry. Maybe you'll take the degree that you've earned and go on to a second degree. I think of the incredible impact that arts and then law alumna Beverly McLaughlin had as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Canada. Perhaps your potential for technical innovation and entrepreneurial vision will inspire you to create a new company like Promethean Labs, an aerospace company recently launched by Colin Cupido and Charles Noakes, students who helped put the first made-in-Alberta satellite in space. Or maybe something completely unexpected will happen. Perhaps the potential you've been developing isn't only what's down on paper. Consider Abdullah Saleh and Abram Isaac, two medical graduates with a humanitarian zeal. Their innovative ceramic clay pot water filters have given 140,000 people in Kenya access to cheap, clean water, and from that, better health. Regardless of your vocation, each one of you will have the ability to support your family and community as an engaged citizen working to build a better province, a better Canada, and a better world. Potential may not always be predictable, but releasing it is how each one of us, how each one of you can have an impact. Take the measure of the stories of more than 275,000 University of Alberta alumni who have crossed the stage before you. Together, they form a powerful, potent force for good, building communities, leading in every corner of Alberta and Canada's public and private sectors. And today, you join them. As they have done, embrace the potential you have developed and use it to create and lead change, and change the world for the better, not only for yourself, but for everyone around you. To each and every one of you, congratulations and good luck. We look forward with great anticipation to all your future accomplishments. Thank you.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
It is a good day to be you.
Remember who you are. Remember where you come from.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
Your generation will be called upon to balance what is now moving quickly to a tipping point.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Go out and not simply change the world, go out and save the world. That is what I would seek you to do.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Jeremy Charles Spurgeon for the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters, our institution's highest honor. Pianist and composer Robert Schumann, one of the great composers of the Romantic era in Western music, once wrote, and I quote, "Music speaks the most universal of languages, one by which the soul is freely yet indefinably moved, but it is then also at home." Jeremy Spurgeon understands music's universal beauty and voice more than most. Growing up in Enfield, North London, he sang in the St. Paul's Presbyterian Church Choir with his parents, Mary and Tom Spurgeon. From choir to piano to organ, Mr. Spurgeon's talents have taken him to Westminster Abbey, London's celebrated Wigmore Hall, the Geneva Conservatoire, and our very own Winsphere Center and the Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. He first performed Handel's Messiah with the symphony in 1980, shortly after his arrival in Edmonton. And as director of music at All Saints Anglican Cathedral, he has made his home here ever since. His support to Bishop Jane Alexander at All Saints celebrates the highest standards of liturgical music. His work as an organist is peerless. He is regularly engaged as an assessor by national agencies such as Canada Council for the Arts, and he frequently gives recitals across Canada, the United States, and Europe. A versatile musician, Mr. Spurgeon plays the organ, piano, harpsichord, celesta, and clavichord. I think that's the whole list. He has accompanied a host of choirs and ensembles, including the Alberta College Women's Choir, Kronos Vocal Ensemble, the De Camera Singers, the Greenwood Singers, I Choristi, Mission Hill Brass Band, Richard Eaton Singers, the Royal Canadian Artillery Band, and our own University of Alberta Chorale Saint Jean, U of A Mixed Chorus, concert choir, and madrigal singers. He has a unique ability to combine outstanding ensemble awareness, musicianship, and technical skills with a shared commitment to learning together. As a friend once noted, Jeremy Spurgeon is passionate about spreading music to all those who will listen, finding inspiration and life in the voices of his choir, and seeing art and beauty in everything around him. This morning, we celebrate Mr. Spurgeon's dedication to his craft. We honor his enduring generosity of spirit as a performer, mentor, and leader in the artistic community. And we celebrate the shared grace of a life devoted to music. Eminent Chancellor, with the greatest respect, I present Jeremy Charles Spurgeon.
Jeremy Charles Spurgeon, in recognition of exemplary contributions to music as an enduring source of beauty, inspiration, and grace, I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come. Congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. I am humbled to be standing before all of you today and must say that this is a somewhat overwhelming experience. I am often asked, what brought me to Edmonton? I usually say, Air Canada. If they insist on more details, I say, it was a Boeing 727, flight AC-127 from Toronto. If further details are needed, I am happy to inform them of the in-flight economy class meal service, which included duck à l'orange, accompanied by a small bottle of Côte du Rhône. Quite extraordinary, given what is served on domestic flights these days. But that was back in 1980, and I felt, quite literally, that the sky was the limit. Before coming to Canada, while I was a high school student in the UK, I paid particular attention in geography class. For a whole semester, we studied Western Canada, so I knew all about Alberta, having drawn oil dot distribution maps of the region, knew all about the railway networks of the CP and the CN lines from the plains of Manitoba to the Kitimat smelter in BC. So in 1979, at the Geneva Conservatoire, while waiting to go in for my éliminatoire, that's the final examination of my postgraduate studies, my friend Darrell Nixon came to the examination room entrance to wish me all the best on my recital. I was understandably nervous for my organ recital and unsure about what the future would hold. As luck would have it, Darrell just happened to have a recently posted advertisement for a position in Edmonton, Canada, searching for a director of music at the Anglican Cathedral. Was I interested? You bet. I knew the area intimately and could perfectly place it on the oil dot distribution map. And so, upon completing my exams, I flew to Edmonton, where wonderful opportunities have come my way for the last 38 plus years. These opportunities were enriched by the kindness, support, and the encouragement of friends and colleagues that I gained through the Anglican Church of Canada and other church denominations, and the incredible arts community. I am so grateful to have such magnificent people in my life. My advice to you today is simple. Surround yourself with great people. E.M. Forster's novel, Howard's End, has a particularly intriguing frontispiece. It simply reads, "Only connect." What a captivating concept. Connecting with those around you forms the social infrastructure that weaves us all together. I would like you to reflect on the past few years of your lives and think about all those with whom you have connected, be they teachers, classmates, or friends. They are now an integral part of your life's journey. As you move forward through the next stages of your respective lives, keep your passion no matter what happens. Your passion for what you do, your passion to learn, and your passion to grow will fuel you for the rest of your lives. This applies to all of the fields we see here today: arts, education, law, native studies, and the communications graduates from the Faculty of Extension. Passion for what you do is so important. Personally, I am passionate about making music, particularly in a collaborative way. In a similar fashion, I am excited to see young artists, musicians, and professionals who are passionate about what they do. I have seen it take them to wonderful places. For example, a young musician and University of Alberta graduate, Stuart Beach, completed a similar journey to mine, but in reverse. I met Stuart while he was studying at the University of Alberta and followed his journey as he continued his studies at King's College, London. There, he was able to expand his choral composition skills. He has since returned to Edmonton to share his talents and passion for choral music with our great city. I even had the opportunity to perform one of his works last Sunday with my wonderful cathedral choir. I am inspired and encouraged by his potential, just as I am inspired and encouraged by the potential in all of you. Your graduation is not the end of your story, but rather the beginning. I've heard it said, 80% of life is showing up. As you embark on this new phase in your lives, I can't overemphasize how important it is to show up. Let me provide you with a small example from my own life. A number of years ago, at the 1985 Bach Festival, I was introduced briefly to a famous comedic singer and actress. Some 12 years later, when she returned to Edmonton, I watched her show at the Citadel Theatre. After the show, I waited outside the green room to congratulate her on her performance. I stood right at the end of the line of her eagerly awaiting and adoring fans while they waited for the great diva to emerge. She opened her door and looked towards the back of the crowd. "Oh, Jeremy," she said, "how nice of you to come." A year later, out of the blue, she called me up and asked me to play the piano for her next show. And at the end of that show, I asked, "Why did you call me?" And she said, "You came to my show at the Citadel. I knew you liked what I do." From this experience, I learned that sometimes, if you show up, things truly happen. If you are sitting here today unsure of what the future holds, I would like to quote Max Ehrmann. I had the following quote hanging up in my bedroom when I was a kid. It read, "Whether it is clear to you or not, the world is unfolding as it should." With this in mind, I would add, enjoy life's journey and be open to unexpected opportunities. We all, every single one of us, can be important in the social infrastructure of this city, province, country, and beyond. Think beyond yourselves and think beyond what you know, because there is a whole world to explore. To conclude, I feel indebted to everyone in my life who has made this opportunity possible. First, I must give thanks for my dear parents, Tom and Mary Spurgeon, and for all their loving support and encouragement. I would also like to thank my friends, colleagues, and my many teachers. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be standing here before you today. Finally, thank you to the University of Alberta for conferring this great honor upon me. As I look at some of the names of those who graduated from this institution, I have come to realize that we are all standing upon the shoulders of giants. It has been my great pleasure to address you all today. And remember, always pay attention in geography class. You never know where life will take you. Thank you.
Dr. Spurgeon, thank you for showing up. And thank you for sharing with us your wisdom, your humor, and your passion, and for reminding us of the beauty that lies within each one of us. To commemorate this honorary degree, we would now ask that you sign our university honor roll. And that makes it official. You are now a member of the University of Alberta class of 2018. Welcome to the family. And now, graduates, it is your turn. As the name of each graduate is called to cross the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees, and we will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates in the community. I look forward to meeting you here on stage.
The candidates for degree will please rise and follow on page 5. You have a spoken response, so please follow along. Page 5. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled, and I invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, to serve your community for the public good, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Deborah Burstian and Professor Leslie Cormack, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and the Faculty of Arts. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Kara Abdul-Maleki. Larissa Bilus. Dana Crosby. Stephen Arthur Cruikshank. Kathleen Dancer. Patrick Dale Hart. Brandon Dale Kerfoot. Julia Kisla. Richard Moran. Shanna Lee Mum. Beatrice Poletti. Ruzba Safshakan. Lena Shaw. Jonathan Scott Simmons. Jana Ruthann Smith Elford. Lisa Camille van der Marel. Oksana Vinnick. Peng Fei Wang. A popular choice. J. Morgan Worthy. Yuan J. Young. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Doctor of Music, Fabiola Bellarmino de Farias Amorim. Adam Boyson Robertson. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Arts, Abdullah Sinan Al-Zubaydi. Yuan Bian. Cornell Justin Anthony Bogle. Gregory Paul Carrier. Agamani Chakrabarti. Receiving both her Master of Arts and a graduate certificate in community-based research and evaluation today, Bonnie Chan Meyer. Stephen Paul de Hod. Kayla Teresa Donovan. Amanda Cherie Evans. Abisola Amolala Falode. Hannah Rose Friedlander. September Rose Gehring. Mackenzie Irene Paul Ground. Justin Ryan Hool. Raja Junaid Jahangir. Catherine Maria Kapfinger. Romeo Casaram. Corey Michelle Kirtland. Elise Lacroix. Mitra Caitlin Bates Mokhtari. Spencer Michael Nelson. Mehdi Rezania. Kara Joy Rosler. Anna Kanza Tariq. Danny Wallbank. Fang Wang. Gabriel Elaine Warner. Wan Li Yang.
Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Science, Catherine Ford. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Fine Arts, Alyssa Bronwyn Bartlett. Reza Bazir Zadeh. Stacy Lynn Murchison. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Design, Sarah Michelle Jackson. Megan Leah Michiko Maruyama. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Leslie Cormack, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Arts. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honors, also receiving a research certificate in arts, Bryce Sidney Hoy with first class honors. Kelsey Dawn Calmer with first class honors. Evan Roy McDonald. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Megan Lana Miller with first class honors. Samantha Feng. Also receiving a certificate in interdisciplinary leadership studies, Victoria Lynn Sigelko. Also receiving a research certificate in arts, Rebecca Sue Anastasia Stuber. Heather Elizabeth Westhaver with first class honors. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Amarveer Singh Bajwa. Marina Georgia Bannister. Tylin Donalda Boak. Angelica Marie Bautista. Lynn Bay. Kaylin Diane Berry. Emily Renee Cook-Beelish. Selena Boussalet. Abner Bean Brown with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Angelica Candolino Buera. Valentina Volodymyrivna Burakovska. Renee Randy Byrne. Yishuan Chen. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Lindsay Victoria Chisholm. Shay Chung. Shelby Lynn Calling with distinction. Xiao Fan Cui. Miranda Lee Dela Cruz. Yushin Deng. Also receiving a certificate in international learning and a certificate in community engagement and service learning, Eunice Johanna Castillo Doroni with distinction. Natasha Maria Dumansky. Alyssa Meja Echeverria. Petra Fadul with distinction. Mitchell Borden Fector. Stephanie Shira Feldman. Oliver Paul Fensky. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Maria Camila Franco with distinction. Samantha Marie Frelick. Zania Chloe Zane Lukban Gabi. Caitlin Elizabeth Hillary Graham with distinction. Irene Catherine Mayu Hall. Simone Chiloe Holiday Shah. Cecil Andrew Hamilton. Tamer Mekdi Harb. Also receiving a certificate in international learning and a certificate in sustainability, Casimir Nicholas Haykowski, with distinction. Zanita Lee Henke. Miranda Lane Holiday Brookwell. Megan Elizabeth Hollinshead. Raina Bailey Howlett. Abigail Melissa Jeske, with distinction. Aiden John Cosick. Also receiving a certificate in translation studies, Annika Dawn Kuzik. Anna Rose Lafreniere. Also receiving a certificate in civil military leadership, Ashton John Lancaster. Bar La Vie. Alana Chienro Lim. Meng Ting Lin. John Ross Liver. Darlene Masahwe. Piper Jane Page McKinnon. Allison Mock. Luis Alejandro Murcia. Julianne Ray Murphy. Diana Nguyen. Jeline Doble Nicholas. Yao Nye. Also receiving a certificate in computer game development, Kimberly Aline Normando. Also receiving a certificate in translation studies, Madison Sadonia Og. Nok Nguyen Pham. Vivian Julia Poon. Muna Abdul Alim Qureshi. Aaron James Robitaille. Also receiving a certificate in international learning and a certificate in community engagement and service learning, Jade Roche, with distinction. Nico Mario Spencer Sarcello. Also receiving a certificate in international learning and a certificate in global citizenship, Hannah Bridget Schlamp. Shane Arthur Scott. Another popular choice. Anthony Eugene Semenko. Guljian Shamianova. Pei Gu Shi, with distinction. Anna Marie Jacqueline Sikora. Caitlin Helena Simmons. Sabrina Tharani. Antoine Mathieu Claude Thompson Laguerre. Stephanie Valentina Truckee. Gao Peng Tu. Also receiving a certificate in translation studies, Maria Yolika Vadon. Brittany Wisniewski. Natamon Vorapatanapong. Chu Wang. Brielle Joanne Wilczuk, with distinction. Samuel Witt. Andrea Hui Jean Wong. Wai Lok Wong. Chin Rong Wu. Hao Lun Xia. Xingxing Zhang. Yanxi Zhang. Xiaohu Zhao. Yang Zhao. Xiaoyue Zhu.
Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art and Design, Sydney Anne Louise Ashton. Zoe Dunlop. Karen Ruth Hasenbach, with distinction. Kelly Rose Ann Nesdoli. Amber Marie Roseborough. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Music, receiving today her Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Education, and Certificate in Interdisciplinary Leadership Studies, Sarah Marie Heubel, with distinction. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Criminology, Eric Michael Kunschel. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Design, Abigail Laura Berg, with distinction. Christophe Duchesne. Colleen Natividad Makush, with distinction. Marcus John Van Vliet, with distinction. Jie-In Zhang. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Drama, Hilary Jonquil Naomi Warden. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Deborah Burston and Professor Katie Campbell, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and the Faculty of Extension for the degree of Master of Arts. Alyssa Atley. Christy Lynn Burke. Lacey Cribb. Rebecca Grebe. Brittany Lee Hurlbert. Christine Erica Nakatsui. Jennifer Ann Catherine Pascoe. Hannah Sophia Pierce. Georgette Animois Cormine. Rebecca Rose Short. Sherry Hubenek Smith. Is it St. Pierre? Daniel Robert St. Pierre. Mia Agu Trilianes. Catherine Esme Nora Willis. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Deborah Burston and Professor Jennifer Tupper, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and the Faculty of Education. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Helena Satu Nilam Dayal. Julieta Soledad de los Santos. Berhanu Abate Demeke. And the child agrees. Noreen Erickson. Evelyn Leslie Hamden. Leslie Hazel Ann Hamilton. Stephanie Ann Hayes. Jung Suk Jang. Kent Ka-Kin Lee. Anne-Marie Mouret, Thérèse Lisère Shostak. Christine Yvonne Martineau. Hazriadi Masalam. Joni Adele Macbeth Turville. Krista McFadden. Lawrence Mugaga. Tashika Pillay. Dorothy Anna Pinto. Terry Lynn Anne Marie Pott. Stephanie Rose Price. Amanda Stiller. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Doctor of Education, Timothy George Eaton. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Education, Lisa Marie Baird. Lacey Lee Elliott. Ruth Marie Bernadas Timko. Bonnie Lynn Marie Bame. Janice Melanie Bridger. Saxon Butte. Ava Kalissa Chow. Jesse Michael Paul Diachuk. Jonathan Daniel Dubé. Julia Olena Ditiniak. Agnes Marie Howard Flanagan. James Merle Fuller. Erica Dawn Pottage. Nikki Margaret Gill. Erin Dawn Grass. Andrea Marie Gringus. Tiffany Estelle Dawn Huri. Donna Kathleen Hunter. Jennifer Catherine Jackson. Nazia Jelani Hiscock. Paul Thomas Jesperson. Stacy Lynn Johnson. Bobby Leanne Kivi. Carla Michelle Clausen. Nancy Grace Flora Kipradimo. Natasha Alia Lalani. Jason Henry Mark Leboeuf. Feng Li. Wang Qingli. Joanne Linnea Linden. Kayla Marie Lee Lucas. Isaac Allison MacDonald. Cindy Laverne Matheson. Danine Claire McCutcheon. Yonina Millis. Karen Gwen Moniz. Receiving today a Master of Education and a Graduate Certificate in Community-Based Research and Evaluation, Kirsten Renee Morley. Tammy Lynn Nix. Keisha Ann Paddyfoot. Kylie Jane Palfy. Amanda Rose Paul. Lise Marie-Monique Pethybridge. Adam Drew Ruka. Terry Lynn Ann Sadek. Jessica Jean Sarida. Kirsten Marie Sko. Charlene Linnea Steinhauer. Belal Jamal Sweller. Vanessa Irene Tran. Sandra Alford Ukagwe. Marianne Irene Vinstra. Leanne Whitefield. Kevin Scott Winkle. Xinjiang.
Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Library and Information Studies, Amanda Jeanette Arbuthnot. Lena Sarah Kelly. Emily Laura Ann Kumpf. Michelle Liu. Ida Brooke McLean. Pamela Mary Elizabeth Ridley. Robin Isabel Wells. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Jennifer Tupper, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Education. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Education, Jason Todd Bartlett. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Native Studies, Roxanne Louise Blessy. Hallie Loretta Boma. Karen Eve Jaredy Buffalo. Tanya Lorette Bull Strongman. Sung Yong Choi. Catherine Viola Clausen. Kennedy Aaron Cool. Jacqueline Nadine Cuglietta Lewis with distinction. Miranda Helen Cecilia Cutarm. Rochelle Danderand. Yvette Rita Deschamps. Lauren Kelly Dobson. Alicia Dawn Easton. Amanda Gabriel Simone Erminskin.
That's 50 and that's Van Heenan.
Sarah Loran Lynn Fibke Van Heenan. Lauren Elise Funk. Chelsea Yolanda George with distinction. Lindsay Carolyn Knox. Corbin Janice Hauser. Paige Gwendolyn Jesperson. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Native Studies and a certificate in Aboriginal Governance and Partnership, Cynthia Darlene Jim. Stephen Mario Jobin. Chase Charin John. Robbie Kamal. Alexis Ariana Katsef. Mackenzie Shea Kyle. Erin Carmen Keller with distinction. Aliza Mendoza Konopka. Jasmine Barbara Kaur Kunar. Adriano Labriola with distinction. Robert Wayne Landers. Alana Levin with distinction. Savannah Lisa Lindsay. Martin Matthew Makalowicz. Megan Elizabeth Manzanares. Camille Matthew. Madison Kayla McGrath. Sydney Jean McLeod with distinction. Alyssa Jasmine Hafiz Marani. Courtney Leah Montour. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Taylor Grace Neveu. Kyle Stacy Northwest. Candice Adele Josette Okimau. Alicia Courtney Cardinal. Isaiah Jacob Paul. Grayson Ronald Parrish. Jillian Elizabeth Grace Peacock. Barbara Ann Persad. Landis Roan. Charlotte Lorraine Rollins with distinction. Mariangela Rosie with distinction. Leslie Florence Lee Saddleback. Mary Jane Louise Saddleback. Benjamin Paul Sager. Zian Zaharali Samnani. Rihanna May Soulier with distinction. Shira Aliza Spring with distinction. Ariana Elsa Sterling. Gian Marnie Stover with distinction. Giselle Leandra Strongman Swampy. Lindsay Elizabeth Stewart. Nadia Maria Tamburo. Megan Jean Toker. Jesselyn Marie Van Delanoit. William Stewart Wentz. Garth Lewis Weeb with distinction. Delia Joan Wolfe. Stephen Christian William Wolfe with distinction. Raylene Tasha Youngchief.
On behalf of Professor Deborah Burstyn and Professor Chris Anderson, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Native Studies and the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. For the degree of Master of Arts, Avery Claire Letendre. Molly Suzanne Swain. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Chris Anderson, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Native Studies. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Native Studies, Paige Chandler Cardinal. Mingyang Du. Receiving today her Bachelor of Arts in Native Studies, a certificate in Aboriginal Governance and Partnership, and a certificate in Aboriginal Sport and Recreation, Samantha Raven Rowan. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Jennifer Tupper, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Diploma in the Faculty of Education. Saira Ali. Raquel Araiza Lassa. Navneet Kaur Bajwa. Miriam Ko. Famela Ganghawi, that was Kontawi Galicia. Diana Ramona Sabados. Harshala Prakash Kadam. Manpreet Kaur Sandhu. Sukhjit Kaur Sandhu. And Ramandeep Verma.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program, but who are not in attendance.
Well, graduates, you've made it. You're now officially on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018. Now, grads, it's your turn. I'm going to ask you to stand up and turn around, and let's give the people who have supported you through all of this, your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, your spouses, your children, your friends, stand up and give them a huge round of applause. Today is truly a proud day for them and for the University of Alberta. In total, we will graduate 8,583 students at convocation ceremonies held this spring and fall. Now that you're all back with us, it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. Before you are formally inducted into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for the presentation of a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 to honor the University of Alberta's centenary. It captures the hopefulness and potential of days spent at the university and hopefully sparks your own memories of your years here. The song is also a display of many U of A talents. It was composed by honorary degree recipient and Professor Emeritus Dr. Franz Levassier-Ouimet and arranged by U of A alumnus Dr. Alan Bevan. The recording is performed by Choral Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnan. Enjoy.
Eminent Chancellor, thank you. To the 2018 graduating class, congratulations and welcome. My name is Heather Raymond, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 2002, and it is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a University of Alberta alumnus, and to officially welcome you to our alumni family. You are joining a proud and inspired group of graduates, committed to each other's success, and committed to building the University of Alberta into one of the world's great universities for the public good. I call upon you to stay connected with each other and with other alumni and your university throughout your lifetime. We will be there for you, for each other, and for our university. I also call upon you to go out from this place and be inspired by the promise and challenge of our alumni to do great things. Our alumni have done many great things in the past. Now it's your turn. Great things are actions big and small. They can take place anywhere, anytime. They support other alumni, the university, and our society, and they come from using the knowledge and talents you have gained from the betterment of yourself and others. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future endeavors. And now please turn your attention to the screen.
No matter what your story, where you came from, what it took to get here, at this place, you were welcomed. You became part of our family. At this place, you inherited a spirit of innovation, of action, of coming together to uplift the whole people. Our school and our spirit have grown, but we still learn, innovate, lead, solve problems, take action. We raise up our communities, and we help others succeed. We are University of Alberta alumni, and for more than a century, we have come together and carved a new trail for those who follow. Together, we are stronger. Together, we shine brighter. Together, from this place into the world. Together, we have and we will do great things.
In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. Dr. Jeremy Spurgeon, thank you once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. You're an inspiring example of leadership, service, and accomplishment. In accepting this honorary degree, you bring great honor to the University of Alberta. I also wish to thank our talented vocalist, Mr. Ian Bannerman, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. And I wish to acknowledge the hard work of the staff of the Office of the Registrar for their organization of today's convocation. I'm pleased to invite everyone to join us in the main floor lobby for refreshments and conversation. Finally, to our graduates, congratulations for all that you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. Today is an important milestone in a journey of lifelong learning. Your education here will open new horizons for you and for our entire community. Wherever your dreams may take you, I invite you to remain close to your alma mater, the University of Alberta. One final thought. As you contemplate your future, I encourage you to remember that of all the things that you may do, of all the successes you may achieve, nothing is as important as the kindness you show to others. Congratulations.